The comments suddenly stopped about a month ago, but before that they accused me of being the most misinformed, bigoted Nazi on YouTube. I'm proud of remarks like that. Misinformed, huh? And they accused me of being a couch potato who was spoon-fed information from the mainstream media. Actually, I don't own a TV, I don't watch a TV, I don't own a radio, I don't listen to the radio. I get my news, what little news I get, by fishing around on the internet. I'm looking for specific information. I'm looking for specific information. I'm looking for specific information. Nobody needs to explain to me that the Cold War is over. I believe the Cold War is not over. I know that my opinion is not popular, nor is it widely held. When seeking the truth of a matter, one doesn't look for consensus. He doesn't necessarily subscribe to conventional wisdom. Frankly, the truth seekers among us are few. I'm looking for specific information. I'm looking for specific information. I'm looking for specific information, such as information you see here, gleaned from various sources on the internet, showing plainly to me an alliance between the socialists and the radical Muslims around the world, whose aim is to influence public opinion, specifically about Iraq and Iran, whose aim is to influence public opinion, specifically about Iraq and Iran. That is the focus of my interest. That's actually the focus of all my videos, most of my videos on YouTube. Ted Mugger, the famous pilot for 9/11 Truth, who appears on talk radio shows, basically says 3 points when you analyze and distill and dissect everything that he says, unless I'm mistaken. He says basically that fire can't cause a building to collapse. Okay, that's point number one. I disagree. Point number two. He says that an amateur could not have executed the tight spiral out of 7,000 feet in Flight 77 that struck the Pentagon. Could not have been done by an amateur. That maneuver pushed the limits of the plane itself. And point number three, he says basically the hijackings could not have happened. You know why? Because no pilot would ever allow a hijacker to take over his plane.
Very, very unlikely that those planes could have been actually hijacked. The maneuver at the Pentagon was just a tight spiral coming down out of 7,000 feet. Depending on the speed of the aircraft, now the government's story on the speed, when a commercial airplane gets that high, it gets very, very close to getting into what you refer to as a high-speed stall. I just can't imagine an amateur even being able to come close to performing a maneuver of that nature. I just can't imagine an amateur even being able to come close to performing a maneuver of that nature. I just can't imagine an amateur even being able to come close to performing a maneuver of that nature. I just can't imagine an amateur even being able to come close to performing a maneuver of that nature. There is no way that a pilot would give up an airplane to hijackers. There is no way that a pilot would give up an airplane to hijackers. There is no way that a pilot would give up an airplane. And so to think that pilots would allow a plane to be taken over by a couple of 5'7", 150-pound guys with a 1-inch blade box cutter is ridiculous.